Saving up $11,000 can be the catalyst that sends your journey to financial freedom into the complete stratosphere and to the moon, but it seems so incredibly hard to do. And so unfortunately, most people do not have that in cash ready to go, but we are going to change that today so you can have $11,000 in your account the easy way without taking on another job, a side hustle, or anything else. Nothing hard, nothing crazy, just some easy things to implement today that you can absolutely do today to absolutely jumpstart your journey. Because I believe everybody can have financial freedom and retire early despite all the lies that you've been told. So if you want the truth about all that and kind of get past all the lies that are out there, make sure you're subscribed because they don't want you to know the truth. They want you working forever, and I want you to be completely free from this mess. So first up, eat out less. I know this one is hard to do, and I understand grocery prices have risen as well, but have you seen the prices at restaurants lately? And I'm not even talking about fancy restaurants. I'm talking about just restaurants you used to be able to go to, get a decent meal for a decent price. That no longer exists. Heck, even McDonald's is ridiculously expensive compared to what it was just a couple of years ago. So despite the fact that grocery prices have risen, I'd say restaurant prices have risen equally, if not worse than grocery prices before. Now, the good news is, especially here on YouTube, you can throw it right there in the search bar. There are tons of folks out there giving away tips on how to bargain shop at the grocery store, how to take advantage of coupons and mispricing and a lot of other things like that that go on out there. Sure, it requires a little more effort, but if you want to actually get there and you're serious about your financial future, then you're going to have to put in some effort. I even know a few folks who actually grow some of their own food because obviously it's healthier and more importantly, it's cheaper as well. Now, it's not easy work, obviously, and obviously you got to live in a climate where you can do that. But it is an alternative there as well in order to get that bill down in order to save you a lot of money. So number 2 is cut off your subscriptions. Now look, I have a caveat to this right up front. Unless it makes your investing better or it helps you in your career field in some sort, you need to cut it off because if it's not promoting those two things, which of course increase your income and your money in the end, it is simply wasting your time and it's creating a distraction that you need to basically free up time in order to be free of that distraction. The average person spends over $200 a month just in subscriptions alone. So imagine how much money is saved by getting rid of the Netflix, getting rid of the Spotify, whatever the heck all those different subscriptions are. Imagine the savings, not only in money, but in time if you cut those out. I mean, just a $2,000 investment in NVIDIA, 20 years ago or so, basically has you having 7 figures today. Same exact thing with Apple, same exact thing with a lot of other great stocks. And I'm sure you're saying, hey, Luke, I didn't have $2,000 back then. Well, I'm showing you right here, there is more than $2,000 available to you if you cut your subscriptions out and invest that money instead just 1 year. That's exactly what could happen over the course of 20 years if you invest that money. And more importantly, it will free up time in order for you to improve your skills, start that side hustle, start a business, whatever the case is. The point being, it's freeing up just as much time, if not more time, than it is money as well. And the 2 biggest complaints I hear from folks is why they can't invest. I have a complete investment channel dedicated to that. And the number 1 reason I hear people don't invest or don't invest more is time and money. And right here, we're seeing where a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money is going. Number 3, sell all your crap. Now, I am always shocked no matter where I go in the world, but especially here in the US, no matter where I go, no matter whether it's a not fancy neighborhood or a very, very high-end and fancy neighborhood full of multi-million-dollar homes, I am shocked by the number of people who cannot park in their garages because they have so much junk. And sometimes you'll talk to these folks, and not only is their garage full, they also have a storage unit. They just don't want to commit to buying a storage unit, so they fill up their garage, and then they start filling up the spare bedroom and then all the closets and everything else. It is amazing the amount of junk that we have here, and that problem is not getting better, it's getting worse. So get rid of it. You can sell a lot of it. Understand not all of it can be sold. Give it away, donate it, whatever the case is, so that way you can write it off on the back end of your taxes, which puts money in your pocket. But get rid of the junk and stop piling up junk either. And before you tell me nobody wants my junk, guys, I actually sold my ski gear. I live in a beach town. I managed to sell some old ski gear that I had, no problem at all. So if I can do it, you absolutely can do it as well. That can put a massive amount of cash in your pocket that can go towards your investing or building up that first $11,000. Number 4, change your insurance companies. I know we've talked about this one before, but it continually comes up in my group. I have an investing group that I have there, and it continually comes up as people do this and they show their actual savings in our group, and it can be thousands of dollars every single year. Now, whether we like it or not, whether we think it's fair or not, the reality is insurance companies do not reward you for loyalty, and that's all of your insurances. They just don't. Sure, they put a little gold star next to your name and you get these extra benefits and all this other crap like that. The reality is, I'm a bottom line kind of guy. Can I get the same coverage somewhere else for a lot cheaper? And I'm amazed at how whenever I switch, then magically they want to give me a discount after the fact. What does that tell you? It tells you they're not going to reward your loyalty, so quit being loyal to those insurance companies. Shop it. Maybe they do have the best rate, and that's great. That's awesome if you happen to be in that situation, but that's only true for that year. Shop it every single year, all of your insurances, home, health, insurance, or car insurance, excuse me. All the other insurances that you have out there, shop them all and make sure you're getting the best deal across the board. Number 5, limit your entertainment costs. The average person per person is over $300 per month spent on entertainment. And obviously, if you have a family, you can extrapolate out how much money that's actually costing you. It is a lot of money spent on something that is purely just to entertain you. I'm not saying you don't need entertainment options or anything else like that, but kids don't care whether or not you go to the park and play or whether or not you go on this fancy 5-star vacation. Now, I understand if you got teenagers, that may be a whole different deal, but you're probably never going to make them happy regardless. But when you got little kids like that, they don't care. They just want to spend time. They want to have fun, and that's it. And there's all kinds of free options in order to have that sort of fun. Check your local neighborhood stuff. There's always free events in my neighborhood and a lot of other neighborhoods I see all the time being posted about how they're doing this free event or that free event. Take advantage of those. Go to the library. That's one, you can get free books there. And two, they typically have a video rent section where you can rent Blu-rays. And I know a Blu-ray is not as cool as streaming or whatever, but it's still money that's not coming out of your pocket and something that you can do for free. And I don't know if you're older like me, I just enjoy the nostalgia of going in and actually grabbing something physical and being able to pop it in the player and play. Either way, I'm interested in building wealth, and I know this is one of the fastest ways to build that wealth is to get your entertainment expenses under control. And if you do these things, not only will you have more money, you'll have more time as well, which you can start that side hustle. You can start investing in real estate or learning about investing in the stock market or a myriad of number of things like that. But if you continue to waste your money on all these type things, you're going to continue to be locked in. You're not going to have any time. You're not going to have any money. And you're going to be just like everybody else who complains about where they're at in life, despite the fact they could easily make a handful of easy changes like this and completely change the trajectory of your life. The good news is that is what this channel is all about, those alternative routes to early retirement and financial freedom. So make sure you're subscribed because they don't want you to know any of this. They want you working forever. And I want you completely free from this mess. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.